Hi guys, Roboy46 here, welcome yourselves back to Ride 4 on the Xbox Series X. Today we're taking on the H2 universe, which means we get to use the Kawasaki H2R, the supercharged monster. So we've got some races to do. We got one at Road America, one at Imatra, one at Snetterton, one at Magny-Cours, and one at Suzuka. So let's start with Road America using the Kawasaki Ninja H2R. Look at it. Look at it. Absolute monster. Right. Let's go do it. Right, here we go. Road America with the H2R. Hard rear tire. I don't think the medium or the soft will last. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on with the hard rear. So, this category, the H2 universe, you can only use the Kawasaki Ninja H2 or the H2R. We've gone for the H2R. Let's see how we get on. So you will hear a chirping noise. That is the supercharger. Sounds like the bike has devoured a budgie or something. Or sounds like you're in a bird aviary. Just chirping all over the place. We're going to have to be much earlier on the brakes as well with this bike, because you go in a little bit quicker. Not only that, the brakes on this bike are not great as they are. They're not going very fast, the AI. Thought they'd be going quicker than that. Right, here. Tell you what, that was a guess for the braking marker then. We got it about right. See what I mean? You have to be so much earlier than normal. Otherwise you ain't stopping. And if you ain't stopping, you're going out on the green stuff, and you don't want to be doing that. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare of a corner to stop for. I usually outgun myself into that corner as it is. We are doing the bend as opposed to the kink. I was a bit too early on the brakes then. May take me a lap or two just to get my bearings with this bike around here and the braking markers and stuff. Good budgie. Good budgie. Nearly done a lap. The budgie is happy. And through the final corner. Oh. Right, let's go. It is getting dark. We have no headlights, remember? Oh, stopping for turn one is not going to be good, is it? Oh. I mean, we stayed on track, but I did outbrake myself. Come on now. Yeah, you just have to remember to brake quite a lot earlier than what you're used to with this bike. Tell you what, Imatra is going to be an interesting race because it's basically a road racing track. Not really going to be fun racing this around there. I don't mind these sorts of circuits where it's, you know, short circuit, quite a bit of runoff and that, but Imatra, I'm not entirely sure. I'm still disappointed that they removed the ducks from Imatra. Used to have a nice quacking noise every now and again around the lap. Don't get them anymore, unfortunately. We're not really pulling away a huge amount. We've got a 1 second lead at the moment. Okay, that was a bit better. That was a bit better. Sliding the rear on the way out. Oh, sliding again. Chirping away like a happy budgie. A budgie that's just seen itself in its little mirror. Okay. Absolute mean machine. Oh, that was a bit too early there, Robbo. Way too early on the brakes. Well, I would rather get it stopped than just plough into a field and literally do some ploughing. I can't imagine this bike would be very good at doing any ploughing. Can't imagine any bikes that would be, to be fair. Yes! Nice. That's too late, that's too late, that's too late. It is literally, you know, just a case of braking early. If you brake early and you get the bike stopped, that is pretty much 80% of the fight with this bike. Acceleration is very controllable. It's just the brakes. Three-second lead now. 2 laps to go. Too hot again. It's annoying. Okay. So, 2 laps to go. Over 200 miles an hour. That was a little bit later that time. Again, a little bit too early though. But still, I'm happy to get the bike stopped. That's the main thing. Yeah, it's gone 7 o'clock in game time now. It's not too dark that I can't see where I'm going, so that's good. It's when it gets to the point where it looks like someone's turned the light off, that's when we may struggle. Maybe on the final lap, actually. Alright. Get it stopped. Get it stopped. Get it turned. Fire it out. Through carousel. And in. And out. Oh, nearly on the grass. Oh, it's doing that annoying noise bug. Where it sounds like you're still on the... Oh, that's too late on the brakes as well. It's a little bit... Oh, I need to go wide anyway. There we go. That noise bug is so annoying. Okay. One lap to go. 1 lap to go. This absolute mental machine. Let's brake here. That was later. There you go. That was pretty spot on, if I'm honest. We're doing the business. We've got a 4-second lead. Let's get this one wrapped up, then we can go on to the next one. Could we get the best lap of the race on the final lap? That'd be good. It is definitely getting darker. Definitely getting darker. That's wide. Too wide. Okay. Come on then. We're nearly there. One corner to go. And we will have basically survived a race with the H2R. Done. Job done. There we go. 2:03.9 best lap. First race completed. Excellent. Yeah, we were quite a bit quicker than them on my best lap. Their laps are all over the place. So 2:03.9 for me. The next one is actually down here in 5th place, 2:06.8. Then we got 2:06.9, then 2:07.1, actually 2:07.0, a couple of 2:07.1s, 2:08, 2:09, 2:10. Okay, well there we go. So everyone was using an H2R there. Oh no, they weren't. 4th place was using an H2. Is that the only H2? I think it was. Okay, what's next? Is it a Matra next? Yes, it is. Okay, this is going to be interesting and probably not that fun. Let's go. Okay. Medium. We'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. The Matra on ride 3. I didn't mind too much. It was okay. A Matra on ride 4. I like it a little bit less, and I'm going to tell you why. There are no ducks. Ride 3, there were ducks. There were ducks on this track. Not on the track, obviously, for obvious reasons. But you could hear the ducks quacking in the background. Every time you got towards the end of the lap, when you got near the lake, you could hear the quacking of ducks or geese. Not sure what they were. I'm not a duck expert. But, yeah. They're not on ride 4. I don't know where they've gone. They've obviously flown south for the winter or whatever ducks do. Again, I'm not a duck expert. I don't know what I'm on about. But yeah, no ducks. No ducks. Or geese. Whatever those birds are. They quack, I know that much. It's got to be ducks, right? Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it is a shame, especially in this race, because you got the budgie chirping of the supercharger from the H2R. And then you could have, you know, the nice background quacks of some ducks playfully playing in the background. It's almost like going to a very bad bird zoo, if that's such a thing. Is a bird zoo a thing? I know you can see birds at zoos anyway. But it would literally be a zoo of 2 birds, a single budgie, and a single duck. Sounds like a really bad zoo if I'm honest. That's why I don't own a zoo. Oh, that's the wrong leg he stuck out there. Oh, no sir, you're not coming through. Or are you? Maybe you are. No, you're not. Okay. Okay, through here, the flip-flop. Okay. Stop. Ignore the stop sign. Don't do that in real life, people. Tyres are cold. Tyres are cold. That's not good. Are we stopping? We are indeed. Oh, we've been hit. We've been hit, and the AI came off worse there. I don't know what expected me to do that. I was already committed to the corner, and he was on the outside. So it wasn't even like he was shoving up the inside. Don't know what the hell he was trying to do. Anyway, he went down. Maybe he tried to stop for try and find some bread. Bring the ducks back. And yes. Okay. Jolly good. Oh, that's a big bump. Oh. Steady now, boys. Oh, we got a big lead, actually. We got a big lead. It's literally like he's trying to do the hokey cokey on the way down to turn 1. Now is not the time. It's nor the time nor the place. Yes, good. We got a nice lead, which is good. Man, this bike is fast. This is where the AI tried to beat me up on the previous lap, and it turned out worse for them. That worked well for me. Stop, if you please. Thank you very much. Yeah, good, good, good. Nice. Okay. Starting to get a little bit more comfortable with this bike around here now. I don't want to get too overconfident though. I know what will happen. I will end up throwing this bike into the lake. Then the ducks definitely won't come back. It's that bump there. Okay, who's ready to do the hokey cokey down to turn 1 again? Put your left leg out. Put your right leg out. Do the hokey cokey and shake it all about. That's not even the words, but words to that effect. That's fine. That's fine. So we've got a 4.8 second lead. Stop! This is the penultimate lap of the race. And I tell you what, it's actually going better than I expected. I was expecting myself to wrap myself around a tree at least twice by now, if not more times. No trees have been harmed so far in this race, not by me anyway. Maybe the AI. Can't promise the AI haven't done anything to the trees. What a machine this is, though. Okay, we got 1 lap to go. And then we go on to a time trial. And then 2 more races. Final one at Suzuka. Time trials at Snetterton, I think. Then we go to Magny Corps. And then finish up at Suzuka as we do the hokey cokey again. That just reminds me of MotoGP 20 at Kimi Ring. When you used to go to the hairpin at the end of the back straight. Your rider used to put the wrong leg out when going in. There's a right hand hairpin, but your rider used to stick out their left leg. They did eventually patch it, but it was quite funny to watch. Right, it's fine, it's fine. It's all good. 6.5 second lead or thereabouts. That was a bit dodgy there, hitting the curb. Okay, down to turn 7, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce because no, it wouldn't work. It would not work. Oh, steady now. Steady now, don't mount the curb. Run to the line. We're going to do it. What's the bet in? When my rider goes to autopilot, he crashes. Maybe down to turn 1 he'll crash or something. Done! Is he stopping? Are you going to celebrate? Are you going to stop in time? Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. Stopped in time. Lap times were a little bit closer that time. So 44.0 from me. 45.6 from second place. I was saying that the rest of it. Oh no, there's another couple of 45s down here. But they were 23 and 25 seconds behind respectively. Well, we done it. We done it. We can go on to the next one, which is a time trial. See how we get on. Snetterton. Let's see how we go with the H2R. Right then, time to do a time trial around Snetterton. So we've got to do a 149.8 for gold. I'm not feeling that confident around here, not time-wise. Just because I think I'm probably, more than likely, going to crash. Oh, that was too early. That was too early into the hairpin. Could have been a little bit later. Just got to get the bike slowed and turned. Okay, that was fine. That was fine. So far, so not too bad. Okay, so we go onto the back straight. This is where I'm going to end up crashing. Not on the straight, but down to the next corner. No. Well done. You survived a couple of corners. Right, careful with the rear. Careful with the rear. Careful with your rear. Alright, we've done a lap. We're going to do it as well on time. There we go. Is that late 44? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Well, just over a mid 44. That's fine. We done it. We done it. On to the next one. So, the next one. Single race Magny Core. Oh, that's got some hard braking zones. That's going to be interesting. Off we go then. Right, here we go. Magny Core. Medium hard, that's fine. Let's go. I'm going to give him a head start around here because the AI are pretty bad. So I'm going to get out of the way, wait for the timer to get to 15 seconds, and then away I will go. So we'll wait 15 seconds. There we go, that's the stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see if we can catch him. The rear end is already all over the place, but that's because I've let it cool down a bit too much. Oh, this is going to be interesting, trying to brake for this hairpin. Bit too late, even using a lot of rear brake then as well. That was very late. If I hadn't used the rear brake, we would have been probably in the gravel. Or on our ass. Okay. The gap is 12 seconds. We've chased down 3 seconds already, or thereabouts. Let's keep it going, shall we? Let's keep it going. Where are we going to brake for this right-hander? Here? Oh, that seems a bit too late. Screw that. It was pretty spot on, honestly. 10. Thank you. We are closing. 10 seconds to the leader. 3.4 to 11th place. So, brake a little bit earlier here. Oh, there's a few down. How did I brake earlier but still not stop in time? Out the way, please. So we are now 10th place. Okay, through there we go. I thought about trying to sneak through there, but we'll do it here instead. Oh, very wide. I kept it though. Okay, 7 seconds to the leader. Oh, don't do that. Nearly went into the back here, nearly lost the front as well. Right, on to lap 3. .6 seconds to the leader. We're closing. This is going to get messy now, isn't it? At this hairpin, it's going to get very messy. Already a lot quicker than them through there. Oh, no! Oh, well, one's down. He went wide. Couldn't get through, though. Coming through now. Oh, thought about it. Thought about it. Oh, he's wide. He's very wide. I'll have that back then. Thank you very much. Right, 5th place. We're on the back of 4th. Thank you. And a thank you. 3rd place. 2 laps to go. Oh. Can get through. We connected. Oh, they're a little bit wide. No, that door's going to close. There we go. Right. Just the leader to chase down. There is the leader. Rear tyre is holding on really well, actually. 50% of that left. Oh, that's too hot. That's too hot. That's too hot. That is fine. We saved it. It's fine. So they go really wide through here and obviously try to get the exit, but it obviously doesn't work. I messed up my line then. Oh, that was close. Nearly hit his rear wheel with my front. No, that's going to end badly. Are you through? Yeah, he's coming back through. Okay, it's fine. I'll let you. I'll let you. Go. Don't go. Nearly went into the back of him then. Had to come off the throttle. Around the outside, around the outside. Everybody work around the outside. Wrong gear, but we'll stick with 3rd anyway. Okay. Oh, grass. Grassy ass. Way too early on the brakes. Way too early on the brakes. Okie dokie. Oh, slide. Slidey boy. Bit too much inside curb. That's too hot into there. That's too hot into there. Just about. Yeah, done. 1 race to go. The organisers at Magni Core Master Group are inviting you to something. I'm guessing some sort of special event. Look how much quicker we were. Just under 5 seconds quicker. Crazy. So, 1 more race to go. Suzuka, my old friend. Let's go do it. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Right, Suzuka time. I'm going to go for a hard front and a medium rear. See how we go. See how we go. And that's a decent enough start. Gonna have to learn braking markers. Oh, that was a loud chirp. Sounded like an angry budgie. So much chirping. Dude, you're getting in the way now. Please move out the way. No, you're going to just stay there, aren't you? Don't brake mid-corner. Oh. Right, you're all dealt with. So it's up to 4. Okay, no chicane here. Now then, what does that mean for the final chicane? Does that mean we're using the first chicane or the second chicane? Because I can't remember. I think if anything, if we just brake for the first chicane, and if we're using the second one, we've just braked way too early rather than braking way too late. So if we brake here... Oh, they're all braking as well. I think we made the right decision. We did. That is the correct chicane to use. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. Lap 1 completed. Oh no. Oh no, they were much later, earlier on the brakes even. Can't even speak. They were much earlier on the brakes than me. I had to take avoid and action, otherwise I'm going to plough straight into the back of them. That's annoying. It's put me back down to 4th. Okay, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Ooh, sorry dude. Thought you were going to be a bit quicker than that, if I'm honest. Can I really go around the outside of him? I think I can. I can. So that is 3rd position regained. Sophie Lloyd is up next. I keep going a little bit too wide because I'm a bit concerned that I'm going to end up hitting them. No, you're not having it. That's my 2nd place, thank you very much. There we go. So we're up to 2nd. There is the leader. Slipstream City! There we go, there's the lead. That's better. Got it stopped. Jolly good show, old chap. So we're on to lap 3. We lead. Let's see if we can keep that then. Bit of a slide there. Oh, Budgie's behind me. Right, we lead by about a second. Been a much better lap this time. Oh, steady now. Too fast through there. Front tyre is quite hot. Rear tyre is actually not too bad. I mean, there's only 33% of it remaining. We've still got 2 laps to do, but other than that, it's fine. Too early? A little bit. A little bit. Okay, 58.6. So all we got to do, just keep getting the bike stopped and turned and fired out, and that's what the H2R is about. Alright, come on, come on, come on. It's fine, everyone is working hard. We are 1.5 laps away from finishing not just this race, but this category as well. I always enjoy doing the H2R categories. There is a lot of fun. You have to really concentrate and make sure, like I keep saying, just brake earlier than normal. If you don't do that, you ain't going nowhere but down on the ground. And that's not fun for anyone. Rear tyre is pretty knackered. 20% remaining. Lovely job, okay. This is it. Final countdown. The final lap. Whoa. Nearly got a 5-second lead now, so this has gone quite nicely actually. I'm kind of glad I didn't give him a head start, because I was kind of thinking, should I give him a 10-second head start? But then, looking at it now, it's a good job I didn't, because we wouldn't have caught him. Oh, that's too hot, that's too hot. Rear tyre not faring too well at the moment. Just do these last few corners and then you can rest. Okay. That's too hot into there as well. Just kissed the green. Getting a little bit too early there. It's okay. Right, don't do what I done last time I raced around here and crash at the final corner. Done. Done and done. We have completed the H2 category, which I've completely forgotten the name of. Won by 12 seconds in the end. Didn't think it was that big towards the end. Never mind. We're done. Was it H2 Universe? Is that what it's called? Yes, it is. There we go. H2 Universe completed, guys. Nice. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed the, you know, it wasn't just the AI I was battling. It was, you know, trying to relearn the braking markers with the H2R and braking later than normal. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe and to wash your hands. See you!